Good everyone, welcome to this physics YouTube channel, and today we are talking on second order homogeneous differential equation. This video is divided into three sections. Section 1, I'll tell you guys the introduction and the definition of parameters of a second order homogeneous differential equation. Section 2, I'll give you guys the three cases of solving a second order homogeneous differential equation, and finally we'll solve few examples so you guys can understand better. So ensure you stay to the end of the video to get the full gist. Let's get to the video. Okay guys, the general form of a second order homogeneous differential equation is, so we have our general form. Our general form is y prime prime plus ay prime plus by equals to 0. Or you can write it as the square y over the x square plus a dy over dx plus by equals to 0. This is called a homogeneous differential equation because the right hand side is equal to 0. So ensure you take notes. It's homogeneous because it's equal to 0. Now let me define these parameters. Your y prime prime is your second derivative of y. So we have second derivative of y. Your y prime is your first derivative of y, right? And your a and b are constants. Your y prime prime is the second derivative of y. Your y prime is the first derivative of y, and your a and b are constants. Now, let me show you guys the three cases you need to know in order to solve a second order homogeneous differential equation. Okay, welcome to the second section of this video, which is the three cases you need to know in order to solve a second order homogeneous differential equation. So, case 1. After solving the auxiliary equation, or what otherwise called the characteristics equation, and your roots were real and equal. For example, if your m1 equals to 2 and your m2 equals to 3, these are real numbers. 2 and 3 are real numbers, right? But 2 and 3 are different. So if you solve the auxiliary equation and you got your m1 as 2 and your m3 as your m1 as 2 and your m2 as 3, or the m1 as 4, m2 as 5, like the real numbers but they are different, the general solution will be y equals to c1 exponent m1x plus c2 exponent m2x. This is for what? Real and distinct roots. Now, this is for case 1. Now, your case 2. After solving your auxiliary equation and you got your m1 as 2 and your m2 as 2, or your m1 as 3 and your m2 as 3, like your m1 and m2 are the same and they are real numbers, your general solution will be y equals to exponent mx bracket c1 plus c2x. Your general solution will be what? Y equals to exponent mx bracket c1 plus c2x. This is for what? Real and equal roots, because they are real numbers and they are the same. Real and equal roots. And finally, for your case 3, after solving your auxiliary equation and your roots were complex number. Example, this is a complex number. Maybe you got your m1 as a plus bi. This is a complex number. After solving your auxiliary equation and you got a complex number, your general solution will be what? Y equals to exponent ax bracket c1 cos bx plus c2 sine bx. These are the three cases you need to know in order to solve a second order homogeneous differential equation. Now let's go back to the third section of this video, which is solving examples, so you can understand how to implement these cases. So now, example 1, y prime prime minus 5y prime plus 6y equals to 0. Before you solve any second order homogeneous differential equation or any second order differential equation, the first step to do is to form the auxiliary equation. Let's do it together. So let y equals to exponent mx. This is very important. You need to master this. Y equals to exponent mx. You need to master it. Very, very important. Now, you look at your question given. We are solving question 1. Question 1 has what? Y prime prime and y prime and y. We have only y. How can we find y prime? We differentiate this guy. Y prime prime, we differentiate again. That is second derivative, right? So now let's do it together. So we have y prime equals to, differentiating this is what? M exponent mx, and y prime prime equals to what? M square exponent mx. If you don't know how to differentiate exponents, I've done a video on how to differentiate an exponential equation. So after this video, you can check that video out to get more knowledge. So now back to business. So now this is our equation 1, this is our equation 2, this is our equation 3. Follow it step by step. Now we have to substitute our equation 1, 2, and 3 into our equation here, which is y prime prime minus 5y prime plus 6y equals to 0. Doing that, we have y prime prime is what? M square exponent mx minus 5 already here. Y prime is what? M exponent mx. So m exponent mx plus 6 brackets y is what? Exponent mx. Just follow me slowly. Now we have exponent mx here. Exponent mx, sorry, equal to 0. What add that? Now we have exponent mx, exponent mx. We can factor it out, right? So we have exponent mx bracket, this m square minus, what is left? 5m, because we factor out exponent mx, so we have 5m plus factor out exponent mx. What do we have left? 6 equals to 0. Divide both sides by exponent mx, right? This cancels this. So therefore, our auxiliary equation is now m square minus 5m plus 6 equals to 0. What's the first step? Form the auxiliary equation. Now, we have done that. Very easy. Just know that y equals to exponent mx. Differentiate it twice. Input it back to your given question. Factor out exponent mx, and you get your general, and you get your auxiliary or characteristics equation. Now, solving this using factorization method to get the roots. You know that if you solve this using factorization method, you know that m1 equals to 2 and m2 equals to 3. Right? That is why quadratic equation is very, very important. If you don't understand quadratic equation, second order differential equation might confuse you a little bit. This is a quadratic equation. We solve this quadratically using factorization method. We got m1 as 2 and m2 as 3. Now, if you look, 2 and 3, they are real numbers, right? But they are distinct, they are different. 2 is not equal to 3. So, what is our general solution? Case 1. So, therefore, now our final answer now is y equals to, from case 1, because it's real and distinct roots, c1 exponent, m1 is what? 2. So that is exponent 2x plus c2 exponent, m2 is what? 3. So exponent 3x. Done. Very, very easy. Second order homogeneous equation is very easy. Just understand the step. 2 and 3 are real and distinct. 2 and 3 are real and distinct. That's why we used case 1. Now, let's try the second example. So now we have our second example here, which says y prime prime plus 4y equals to 0. The same steps. Let y equals to exponent mx, right? And now if you watch this question, we have just y prime prime, we don't have y prime, so we differentiate this in 2 times from what we did earlier. If you remember, our y prime prime give us m squared exponent mx, right? Now putting this equation 1, this equation 2, so putting equation 1 and 2 into the question given to us, we have the y prime prime, which is m squared exponent mx plus 4 bracket y is what? Exponent mx equals to 0, right? Now factor out exponent mx because we have exponent mx here and here. If you do that, we have m square, sorry, factoring out, we have exponent mx bracket m square plus 4 equals to 0. Dividing both sides by exponent mx, this cancel this, so our auxiliary equation is m square plus 4 equals to 0. Now we have formed our auxiliary equation. We are done with step 1 of solving a second order homogeneous differential equation. What is step 2? Solve this quadratically. So now solving this, now if you take 4 to this side, we have m square equals to minus 4, right? And you know that you cannot find the square root because of to get m, if you square root both sides, you have square root of minus 4. Or let me do it. So m equals to square root of minus 4. You know you can't find the square root of a negative number, right? If you try to calculate, you get math error. Meaning we have to separate this. Doing that, we have m equals to minus, sorry, square root of 4 times square root of minus 1. We just separated this because you can't find the square root of a negative number. So now m equals to square root of 4 is what? 2. And square root of minus 1, if you remember your complex number, square root of minus 1 is I. So we have I. So therefore our m equals to 2i. Now 2i is obviously a complex number, right? And for what we said earlier, if you're solving, if your root is a complex number, you use what? Case 3. Case 3 is for what? Complex numbers. Let me identify it here. Complex numbers. Case 3 is for your complex numbers. So now this is the equation, this is our general solution. Exponent ax bracket c1 cos bx plus c2 sin bx. But note, from this our general solution, a equals to real number and b equals to imaginary number, right? A is a real number, b is an imaginary number. So from our roots here, we have 2i, and 2i is the imaginary number, there is no real number. So meaning our a for this particular question equals to 0. Putting it, we have y equals to exponent, since there's no real number here, we have a is 0, so 0 times x is obviously 0, so exponent 0 bracket c1 cos b is 2 because it's an imaginary number, so c1 cos 2x plus c2 sin 2x. Exponent 0 is what? 1. So therefore our final answer y equals to c1 cos 2x plus c2 sin 2x. We are done with question 3. Now your assignment is to do question 2. Find the auxiliary equation first and check whether it's case 1, case 2, or case 2. Any cases it is, use the general solution and get your final answer. This video was helpful for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to your friends. Thanks for watching this video, and see you in my next video. Bye.